Din 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 din. Time to travel back in time to this day in music history. This day in rock and roll music history, right here. Hey guys, welcome back to this day in updates on this day in rock and roll music history. And we're going to start off with the second one with Elvis. This is part 2. This day in 1956, Elvis Presley's single Heartbreak Hotel was released by RCA Records, who had just purchased Presley's contract from Sun Records for $35,000. The song sold 300 million copies in its first week and would eventually sell over 1 million, becoming Elvis's first golden record. Interesting, huh? Yeah. The Beatles appeared at this day in 1962. The Beatles appeared at Annantree Institute in Annantree, Liverpool. The group had played here many times before, but this was their last performance at the venue. Brian Epstein became infuriated when the promoter paid the Beatles a fee, lively £15, with handfuls of loose charge. Espington took this as an insult to the group and made sure that the Beatles never played for the promoter, Brian Kelly, again. That's a sad story, but it is what it is. Yep. Also, this day in 1970, John Lennon wrote and recorded a mix of his new single, Instant, Camera, all in one day. It ranks as one of the fastest released songs in pop music history and recorded at London's Abbey Road Studios, arriving in stores only 10 days later. Also this day in music history, 1971, David Bowie arrived in the U.S. for the first time. He couldn't play live because of work permit restrictions, but attracted public when he wore a dress at a promotion event. Yep. Also, this day in rock and roll music history, 1973, Stevie Wonder, Superstation, the lead single from Stevie Wonder's Talking Book album, became his second #1 single in the U.S. 10 years after his first #1 hit, Jeff Beck created the original drum beat while in the studio with Wonder. After writing the song, Wonder offered it to Beck to record, but the instance of Berry Gordy, Wonder himself, recorded it first. Beck was instead offered "'Cause We've Ended It as Lovers", which he recorded on his Blow by Blow album in 1975. Also, and we continue on here, this day in 1977, The Clash signed to CBS Records in the UK for 100 million. Yep, 100 million. And lastly, as we finish it up here, this day in 1984, Madonna made her first appearance in the UK when she appeared at C4 TV music program, The Tube, performing Holiday. The show was broadcast live from the Hackadena Club in Manchester. And that is going to do it for this day in rock and roll music history. I hope you like these stories. These are much better stories than yesterday. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. And hit the subscribe button if you love this content. And we'll talk later.